6. To give some interpretation to the holy name of the Lord. 7. To commit sinful activities on the strength of the holy name. 8. To consider the chanting of Hare Krishna as one of the auspicious ritualistic activities which are offered in Vedas as fruitive activity Karma Kanda. 9. To instruct a faithless person about the glories of the holy name. 10. To not to have a complete faith in chanting of the holy name and to maintain material attachment even after understanding so many instructions on this matter. It is also an offense to be inattentive while chanting. Every devotee who claims to be Vaishnava must guard against these offenses in order to achieve the desired success of Krishna Prema. Once again, I thank everyone for joining today's Bhakti Sangha conference call. Let us move on to our next part of the session, which is Srimad Bhagavatam class. Before that, may I know who all joined this morning?
Hare Krishna Mataji, please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada and Sri Guru and Sri Gauranga and all the assembled devotees. This is Yashamati Priya Devi Dasi from Chicago.
Hare Krishna, Shrimati Mataji, please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Thank you so much, Mataji, for joining every single day, giving your association. Welcome to the call.
Hare Krishna, Vinita Gandharvika Mataji, please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada and Shri Guru and Shri Gauranga, and all the glories to the assembled devotees. This is Manjari Liladhar Dasi from Naperville. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Manjari Leela Mataji, please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Thank you, Mataji, for joining every single day, giving your association. Welcome to the call.
Hare Krishna, Vinita Gandharvika Mataji, please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. This is Shama Gauri Dasi from Charlotte.
Hare Krishna, Shama Gauri Mataji, please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Thank you, Mataji, for joining every day, and all glories to your services. Welcome to the call, Mataji. Hare Krishna. Is there anybody who would like to introduce themselves? Please go ahead. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, everyone. Welcome to Bhakti Sangha conference call. Today we are very fortunate to have His Grace Akhanda Liladhar Prabhuji to enlighten us on the topic of Srimad Bhagavatam, 7th canto, 15th chapter, 66th verse. Before I hand over the call to Prabhuji, I would like to read Prabhuji's introduction. His Grace Akhanda Liladhar Prabhu is a disciple of His Holiness Gopal Krishna Goswami Maharaj. He joined ISKCON in 2012 and got initiated in 2013. By academic qualification, he is a BE in economics and Japanese language and worked as a translator for 10 years. Within 5 years, he mastered Indian classic music, Vastu Sastra, handwriting analysis, and numerology. He achieved Bhakti Shastri in 2016 and received a second initiation in 2017. Also achieved Bhakti Vaibhava this year, 2024. Currently, he is serving through the congregational and youth preaching, book distribution, delivering lectures, and opening centers. Haribol, wonderful services by Prabhuji. Is Prabhuji there? It's not there. Okay. Okay. Is there anybody who would like to introduce themselves? Please go ahead, or else I will continue chanting. We can chant until Prabhuji joins.
Hare Krishna, Vinita Gandharvika Mataji, please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada Guru Maharaj and Gauranga, and all glories to all the assembled devotees on the call. This is Harita from Missouri City, Texas, Mataji. Hare Krishna, Mataji.
Hare Krishna, Harita Mataji, please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Thank you so much, Mataji, for joining and giving your association every single day. Welcome to the call, Mataji.
Hare Krishna, Vinita Gandharvika Mataji. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. All glories to assembled devotees. My Danvas pranams to everyone. This is Shiromani Nandarani Devdasi from Hyderabad. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Shiromani Nandarani Mataji, please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Very happy to hear your sweet voice this morning, Mataji. Welcome to the call, Mataji. Hare Krishna. Is there anybody who would like to introduce themselves?
हरे कृष्ण माता जी, दंडवत प्रणाम। शिला प्रभुपाद की जय, गुरु महाराज की जय। दिस इज अरविंद दास फ्रॉम शिकागो। हरे
Hare
कृष्ण।
Krishna, Arvindakshi Prabhuji, please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. I was seeing, where are you? You usually announce first. Welcome to the call, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
हरे कृष्ण माता जी।
Hare Krishna, Vinta Gandhara Mataji, Dandavat Pranama, Srila Prabhupada and Gurudev. This is Radha Pyari Devdasi from Baltimore.
Hare Krishna, Radha Pyari Mataji, please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Thank you, Mataji, for joining every single day, giving your association in chanting and the Srimad Bhagavatam class. Welcome to the call, Mataji. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, is there anybody who would like to introduce themselves?
Hare Krishna Mataji, this is Hare Krishna Mataji, this is Dayananda Gauradas. Accept my humble obeisance, all glories to Srila Prabhupada. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Jayanand
Dayananda
Gaura Hari
Gauradas.
Prabhu. Jayanand Gaura Hari Prabhuji, please accept my humble obeisance. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Thank you, Prabhu, for joining every day, giving your association. Welcome to the call. Hare Krishna. Is there anybody who would like to introduce themselves? Then let me chant until Prabhuji joins. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shri Vasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Hare Krishna Hare Ram Hare Krishna Hare Ram Hare Krishna Hare Hare Krishna Hare Ram Hare Krishna Hare Ram Hare Krishna Hare Ram Hare Krishna Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Okay, Hare Krishna Mataji.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Thank you so much, Prabhuji, for joining and giving your valuable time and association this morning and enlightening us on the topic of Srimad Bhagavatam, 7th Canto, 15th chapter, 66 words. Prabhuji, I now hand over the call to you. Hare Krishna.
Thank you so much. Welcome you all. Umagyanatimirindasya Gyananjala Jala Shalaga Chakshurumritam Yena Tasmai Shri Guruve Namah.
नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदांत स्वामिनिधि नामिने नमस्ते सारस्वती देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देशधारिणे जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवास आदि गौर भक्त हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे. So this is Srimad Bhagavatam. We are going to start and chapter Canto 7, chapter 15, verse number 66. Yadiyasya. Just want to check out whether my voice is audible, Mataji. Is it clear? Should I go on
Yes,
with this
Prabhuji.
only?
Yes,
Yes,
Prabhuji. Yes,
Prabhuji.
Prabhuji.
Okay. Thank you so much. So I don't have right now. I cannot sit in a one place or in a one room right now. I'm just outside. So just excuse me if I switch off my video later. So today's verse. Yadyasya यद्यस्य वा निषिद्धं स्याद् येन यत्र यतो नृप ततेनेहित कार्याणि नरोर्नान्यैर् अनापदि. In normal conditions, here, forward meaning, yet whatever, yasya of a man, va either, anishiddham, not forbidden, syat, it is so, yena, by which means, yatra, in place and time, yataha, from which, nripa, O king, saha, such a person, tena, by such a process, iheta, should perform, karyani, prescribed activities, nara, a person, na, not, anyaihi, by other ways, anapadi, in the absence of danger. Translation and purport by Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada ki Jai. In normal conditions, in the absence of danger, O King Yudhishthira, a man should perform his prescribed duty activities according to his status of life with the things, endeavors, process, and living place that are not forbidden for him, and not by any other means. This instruction is given for purpose. This instruction is given for men in all statuses of life. Generally, society is divided into Brahmanas, Kshatriyas, Vaishyas, Shudras, Brahmacharis, Vanaprasthas, Sannyasis, Grihasthas. So his division is like Varana and Ashram. Varana system. Varana is Brahman, Kshatriya, Vaishya, Shudra. Then Ashram is Brahmacharya, Grihastha, Vanaprastha, Sannyasi. Everyone must act according to his position and try to please the Supreme Personality of Godhead. For that will make one's life successful. This was instructed in Naimisharanya. This verse is from Srimad Bhagavatam for Canto 1st, Chapter 2, verse number 13. Ata pumabhir shreshtha varnashrama vibhagashah swa anushtitasya dharmasya samsiddhir haritoshanam. O best among the twice born, it is therefore concluded that the highest perfection one can achieve by discharging his prescribed duties according to caste divisions and order of life is to please the Lord Hari. Everyone should act according to his occupational duties just to please the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Then everyone will be happy. Mukam karoti vachalam pangum langhayate girim yatpipatamaham vande Paramanandamadam Shri Guru Dinatare. Srimad Bhagavatam, this seventh canto, wherein you must have heard the teachings of Prahlad Maharaj, and how Prahlad Maharaj pacified Lord Narsimha. And the whole pastime of Prahlad Maharaj is narrated by Narad Muni to Yudhishthira Maharaj. And after this, he is also giving many teachings how a householder should practice, how he should live, he should live happily in this world, how a civilized being can live happily in this world. So each and every person in this whole world is looking for happiness, from ant till Supreme Personality of Godhead, from the micro living being till the Supreme Lord. Everyone wants to be happy, or everyone, like Supreme Lord is always happy, but when it comes to living entity, everyone wants to become happy. And for that, they are performing many activities, many actions they are performing. But there are scriptures how to perform our actions so that we can become happy. Tasmat Shastram Vidhanam cha karyam akarya vyavasthitau Nyatva Shastram Vidhanuktam karma kartam iha arhasi. In Bhagavad Gita, Lord Krishna says that Tasmat Shastram Pramanam te. One should take evidence from scriptures and accordingly he should lead his life, not whimsically. This is the difference between a devotee and a non-devotee. A non-devotee acts as per his own whims, and one who is a pure devotee, he acts as per the instructions given by the Lord or the representative of Lord. So here Narad Muni is the most bona fide representative of Lord Krishna, because whatever he's going to say, he's not going to say anything against the scriptures. This is called Maryada. Like a devotee, when he is speaking, he should not speak which is not there in scriptures. In Upadesh Amrit scripture, in Upadesh Amrit book, Upadesh Amrit, there is a verse wherein which destroys a devotional service. What are the things? Which are the cause? What are the causes which will deteriorate our bhakti? So that is atyahara prayashya prajalpa niyamagraha jana sangasya lavlamsha shadivir bhakti vinashyati. Okay, collecting or eating more than necessary, over endeavoring for material things, and having bad association, non-devotee association, and whimsically following any rules and regulations, and whimsically breaking the rules and regulations also. Among this, there is one is very most dangerous also. One of the most dangerous is prajalpa. Okay, speaking unnecessary talk, you can say. In Srimad Bhagavatam, there is a verse that even if someone says that I control all the senses, yavat rasanam yavat jitam sarvam jite rase न जयत रसनम यावत जीतम सर्वम जीते रसे पुमान vijitendriya. One who considered yourself as jitendriya, like who has controlled all the senses, but he fails to control his own tongue, then he has not controlled all the senses. Jitam sarvam jite rase. One who controls his tongue, he can control all the senses very easily. Srila Prabhupada also, in one of his lecture, he says that if you want Krishna in your grip, I repeat, if you want Krishna in your grip, do only one thing and two activities from that one thing. What is that? Control your tongue. How to control? There are two activities. One, eat Krishna Prasad. Don't eat anything which is not offered to Lord. I repeat, don't eat which is not offered to Lord. If this one follows strictly, and second is speaking about Krishna. Okay, first is tasting Krishna's of food which is offered to Krishna, and second is speaking only about Krishna or something related to Krishna's service. So definitely we can have to be practical. If someone is working outside, definitely he can speak, which is definitely not related. Many times he has to speak, which is not related to Krishna. That is a part of Varnashram Dharma. That is Grihastha Dharma. He has to earn his livelihood. So that doesn't become a...
Hare Krishna answered mathematically.
Pardon? Hare Krishna?
I think by mistake they have unmuted, Prabhu. Continue, Prabhu.
Okay. Sorry. Yes, sir. So for Grihastha, it is allowed to work, and he has to speak in a meeting, in a conference. He has to speak about work. Definitely he cannot speak about Krishna. But that doesn't mean that it is Prajalpa. Okay. Prajalpa means unnecessary talk, which is not necessary. Sometimes we just do blah 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 and just do gossiping, critically evaluating someone, or talking unnecessary things, or talking about some worldly things, celebrities, news, discussing unnecessary. That definitely something is which is a need on your job. That is a different case. But so this is unnecessary. So prajalpa. But the safer side to avoid prajalpa is speak which is according to the scriptures. This is a safer side. We should not speak or we should not do any action which is against scriptures. Definitely for that we have to know scripture. There are so many scriptures. Ananta Shastram Bahulasya Vidya Alpam Cha Kalam Bahu Vignata Cha. Chanakya Pandit says this. Ananta Shastram. There are unlimited scriptures. Bahulasya Vidya. There are unlimited branches of knowledge. Okay. Alpam Cha Kalam Bahu Vignata Cha. But you have a very less lifespan. And even in that particular lifespan, Bahu Vignata, you have so many hurdles. Sometimes your family members are hurdle, sometimes your job is hurdle, sometimes your emotions are hurdle, sometimes the outside people, the people beside you, official, the colleagues or your boss or your whatever. There are many things like Adi Bhautik, Adi Daivik, Adhyatmik. There are three types of disturbances. Natural calamities disturb you sometimes. Sometimes your mind disturbs you, your health disturbs you. Sometimes other living entities disturb you. There are different. There are three major types of disturbances. So Alpam Chakalam, you have less time, but there are so many hurdles. You cannot read all the scriptures. Okay. We have to become practical. As such, no one is interested in reading scripture, but if at all you want to read, you cannot read all the scriptures also. Chanakya Pandit says, Yassara Bhutam, take the essence. Don't waste your time. Take the essence. So similarly, we have to take an essence, and fortunately, we are connected to a sampradaya, a disciplic succession, which is coming from Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Madhvacharya, Srila Prabhupada is our Acharya, and he has written so many books. And mainly, he has focused on Bhagavad philosophy, that is Srimad Bhagavatam and Bhagavad Gita. At least in our life, we should thoroughly study these two books. So Bhagavad Gita and Bhagavatam, these are very important scriptures. They are essence of all scriptures. Yat Sara Bhutam. So right now we are reading Srimad Bhagavatam. Yah Swa Anubhava Akhila Shruti Saram Ekam. Adhyatma Deepam Atitirshitam Tamo Andham Samsara Karunaya Purana Guhyam Tam Vyasa Sunum Kripaya Munim Guhyam Muninam. In the first canto, this verse comes where Suta Goswami, who is reading this Bhagavatam, who is speaking this Bhagavatam to Naimisharya in several sages, he is offering obeisances to Sukadev Goswami. In that particular scene, this is the words coming. Yah Swa Anubhava. Okay. This is not just theoretical knowledge, Srimad Bhagavatam. It is Anubhava. It is experienced by whom? Sukadev Goswami, son of Vyasdev. He heard from Vyasdev Muni, and then he experienced it. It's not like just theoretical. जब मैंने सुन लिया, मैंने just बोल दिया, just I heard it and I just spoke it. Okay, this is right, this is right. Many times we give lectures, right? We give lectures, we hear it, we read it, and then we give lectures. But many times we lack experience. But Sukadev Goswami is such a special. He has realized everything. Yes, swa anubhava akila shruti saramekam. Okay, through his anubhava, he had understood the essence of all the scriptures. That is Srimad Bhagavatam. Shruti saramekam. Shruti means Vedas. Saram is essence. Ekam, there is only one essence. Sarva Vedanta Saram is Sri Bhagavatam Ishyate, Srimad Bhagavatam. Adhyatma Deepam Atitirishitaam Tamoandham. And this Bhagavatam will give such an effulgent light you will have in your life that all the darkness will get removed from your life. Adhyatma Deepam Atitirisham Tamoandham Samsaranam Karunaya. And for showing mercy to the general mass, Sukadev Goswami, he spoke Bhagavatam, Srimad Bhagavatam. Similarly, Lord Krishna, for the pleasure of all living, for the upliftment, for the liberation of, for the happiness of the living entities, Lord Krishna also speaking Bhagavad Gita. Parthavatsa Sudhir Bhokta. Like a calf is not going to drink the whole milk, okay, from that particular cow. So he will just trigger cow to give milk. And as soon as he starts drinking it, the cowherd will take that calf away. And he will take the entire milk and distribute to the general mass. So similarly, this Bhagavad Gita essence, Bhagavatam, is for the general mass, for the welfare of the general mass. And here Narad Muni is a representative of Lord Supreme Personality of Godhead. He is the son of Brahmaji, and his spiritual master is also Brahmaji. And he has given direction to Srila Vyasadeva also to write Srimad Bhagavatam. And whenever there is sincere devotee who is looking to progress, looking up to progress in his devotion service, Narad Muni definitely shows mercy on him, either directly or through his representatives. And Narad Muni has liberated so many devotees. It may be Prahlad Maharaj, it may be Dhruv Maharaj, King Prachinabharhi, and the sons of Daksha. There are so many devotees, almost all the devotees in Narad Muni. Mrigari, there is a pastime of a hunter also. How hunter becomes liberated. So here Narad Muni also showing mercy to Yudhishthir Maharaj. Although Yudhishthir Maharaj is a pure devotee, like Srila Vyasadeva is pure devotee, Narad Muni is pure devotee, but still they attended the session of Bhagavatam of Sukadeva Goswami. Although Vyasadeva taught Bhagavatam to Sukadeva Goswami, but when Sukadeva Goswami is speaking Bhagavatam, Vyasadeva is there sitting in the assembly to hear it. This is what. So when it comes to spiritual knowledge, we should take from anyone. From anyone we can take. Bilva Mangal Thakur, there is one devotee. He took inspiration from a prostitute. Prostitute gave instruction to Bilva Mangal Thakur that to what extent you are attached to me, if you would have been attached to Lord Krishna, even 1% of this, your life would have been something else. And this triggered him, and he became a pure devotee of Lord later. But similarly, here Narad Muni is such a great representative, and he's speaking. And here, he's not just giving knowledge to Yudhishthira Maharaj, but for the general mass. Because Yudhishthira Maharaj is very well following all the rules and regulations. He is Dharmaraj, and he will never go against any dharmic scriptures. So, Yudhishthira Maharaj here in this verse, Varnashrama Dharma, the importance of Varnashrama Dharma is spoken here. I again repeat this translation here, that in normal conditions, in the absence of danger, what it means is that in the absence of danger means emergency situation. When there is emergency situation, we may not follow a general law. Okay, it is called apatti dharma. There is a general religion, general dharma of mass, but there is a apatti dharma. Now there are like examples like when there was no progeny from kings, then like for in Mahabharata, Vyasdev Muni gave birth to Dhritarashtra and Pandu. So this is like apatti sthiti, emergency, not in other case this should happen. Neither in Kali Yuga this is not practiced, definitely not, is not allowed. But there are some emergencies, like for example, we eat medicine many times. We take some treatments, and sometimes we have to take such a drug which may contain some content of flesh, or it can be anything, or any such chemicals which are not allowed. We are not supposed to eat. But for life, when you have a life-threatening disease, and that time when you have such content as a medicine, like in Ayurveda, if you have a blocking, if your nose is blocked, then sometimes the treatment is given like to inhale the order of this what is it, garlic. Okay, there is a garlic concentrated juice of garlic, and that one has to inhale. So as such, we don't eat garlic, but it's like in Srila Prabhupada pastime. Prabhupada used to. There was a pastime where in Lilamrita it is mentioned that Prabhupada was smelling this tobacco. There is some. It was in some box, and he was just smelling it. And I think Tamal Krishna Maharaj has seen that, and he asked, "This is prohibited, but why you are just smelling it?" The Prabhupada said that because I have a severe headache, and this acts as a medicinal. Because Prabhupada used to sleep only for 2 hours, and sometimes that also not. So it's insufficient sleep, and due to this, Srila Prabhupada used to suffer from very severe headache, severe migraine, you can say. And for that, he used to take. So Prabhupada said, yes, even you can take it if you can preach like me. So the answer is this, that in apatti dharma, in emergency conditions, the situation is different. The rules can also become different. So like sometimes something is a dharma, something is good to do, but in an emergency situation, it will not be a good to do. Like there was a brahmachari, and in the kitchen there was a Mataji, and her sari got in contact with a fire. Obviously, there was some other devotee who helped him, and later on he was asked, why you have not helped? So he said, I'm a brahmachari, how can I touch Mataji? So this is the point. What I am trying to explain in exactly is like in emergency situation, the general rule may not be applying. So similarly here in normal conditions, Varnashram Dharma applies. Okay, this you have to understand. When you are in a normal condition, you cannot say that, okay, I'm not going to follow this, I'm not going to. No, you have to follow all the rules and regulations if you're in normal condition. If you have good health, if you have a stable mind, and you have facilities to perform bhakti, then you can do something, you can follow all the given rules and regulations. Like Srila Prabhupada once advised, once told devotees to go to some foreign country where there was too much cold. And the disciples said, how we can survive there? We have people there don't drink water, they drink their wine in order to survive there, in order to create heat in the body. So Prabhupada said, you can have it. You have wine and you preach. So that was the proper statement. But this is an emergency situation where is an exceptional situation. So in general, in normal conditions, one has to follow rules and regulations. And for like in this purport, it is written that everyone should act according to his occupational duties. It's very important. Just to please the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Then everyone will be happy. So everyone wants to become happy. Then one thing is very important. You have to follow Varnashrama Dharma then. If we want a peaceful society in this world, then one must follow Varnashram Dharma. Varna and Ashrama. Varna is spiritual categories, and Ashrama, sorry, Varna is a material categories, like occupational categories, and ashrama is a spiritual categories. Like Varna is Brahmana, Kshatriya, Vaishya, and Shudra. So in Bhagavad Gita, we have the definition of Brahmana. What are the qualities? Samadhamma, tapas, saucham. One should be able to control his senses. One should be able to control his mind. Jnana, Vairagya, Astikyam. He should be detached. He should be having spiritual knowledge. He should be able to worship Lord. He should be able to perform yajnas. These are the qualities of Brahmins. Kshatriya. Tejo, Diti, Daksham, Yuddha, cha Palayanam, Danam, Ishvara Bhavasya, Shatra Karma Savhavajam. There are Kshatriyas kings who are very, very, what to say, very strong, and they are fearless in fighting war. They never show back in the war, and they always do charity. They perform yajnas also. And then Vaishya, Krishi, Goraksha, Vanijam. They perform trade, commerce, and Goraksha. They also protect animals also. And Shudra are the one who gives service to all other classes. So in Kali Yuga, it is like Kalo Shudra Sambhavaha. So one may be wondering how I will be able to understand my own Varna. So in Kali Yuga, Srimad Bhagavatam says that Kalo Shudra Sambhavaha, everyone in this world in Kali Yuga is Shudra. Okay, so we are all, that's why almost everyone in this world is doing a job. Okay, there are some of them who are doing business, and there are some of them who are soldiers, and there are some who are from priestly class, who are who are well versed with Vedic scriptures and following a Brahmanical dharma. So right now, International Society Krishna Consciousness is focusing specially on promoting Brahmanical culture, because Brahman is the head of the society. If the head is not there, the society will not work properly. So right now we are battling. We have Kshatriyas. We have some, definitely we don't have Kshatriyas like earlier we used to have, but still there are soldiers in this world. Okay. We have some people who are businessmen, although they are not protecting cows, but although they are not promoting agriculture also nowadays, but we have some sort of Vaishyas or businessmen and all that. We have Shudras also. There is no, we don't like it, but we lack Brahmins. And if the Brahmin, there is a proper, if the Brahmins, there are, a minimum number is there of Brahminical people, then definitely there can be a change in the whole society. There is no doubt about it. So these are the category, these are the differentiation. This is called Varna. And ashram is what? Brahmachari. Like 25% of his life he should live as a celibate, okay, before getting married. And this applies for even women also. And then after that, one can enter into Grihastha ashrama. Okay. That is, one can have household life. And then after that, more 25% again, that is 50% of your life is covered here. And then again 25% of your life is vanaprastha, and getting retired from all the worldly activities and practice spiritual life. So 25%. And the remaining 25% is like sannyasa, complete renouncing all the things and completely surrender towards Supreme Personality of Godhead. And this is specially practiced by a man. Sannyas is specially practiced by man. Otherwise, all other ashramas can be practiced by women also. Because woman needs protection. So after husband takes sannyas, then woman has to be in protection of children. So this is an ideal situation, okay? And it is very difficult nowadays to practice or apply it as it is. But definitely, International Society of Krishna Consciousness, one of the principles of ISKCON is to promote Varnashrama Dharma. Because in the long run, if you really want a peaceful society, there is no other way out. Why this Varnashrama is so important? That because in Bhagavad Gita, Krishna himself says, Maya Srishtam Varnashrama Vibhagashah Guna Karma Vibhagajam. The Varna system is my system. Krishna is saying, Maya Srishtam, my system. Okay, Krishna is saying that this is my system. I have created it. It's nothing, something a man, some man, in order to exploit some some people. They have created a class Shudra, and they are just exploiting. This in this modern history. There are cases where the Shudras were exploited. There is no doubt about it. But this is not the ideal way. Lord has implemented, Lord has created the system, and when this system was there was no unemployment problem. There was no chaos in the society. There was no disturbance when it comes to financial needs of the people, especially. Obviously, there was no emotional disturbances also. We never heard, Prabhupada used to say, we never heard divorce cases, okay, in our time. Okay. So, disturbance on the social level, and the national level, international level, there is, because there is, Lord is not in the center. Krishna is not in the center. People are just working for their own benefit, for their own selfish desires. They don't care about any other person. They are just, and if at all they care, they will care. If at all they are caring for some people, it's like their own family they will care for. Or they will care for their own society, so-called society. They will care for their own so-called sect or cult, or they will care for their own nation. Okay. But no one, very hardly, very few people are there. They will be they are following all the, they are living as per the cultural values, as the Vedic values, and they're concerned about the welfare of all the people in this whole world. And this can happen only Yasmin Tushta Jagat Tushta. If you please Lord, all the living entities can get pleased. So here Lord has created the system, okay, for living beings to live peacefully in this world, materially also, okay, satisfy your desires, whatever, and at the same time practice spiritual life, practice Krishna consciousness. That was the main goal, main motto of this. So, but here the ideal Varnashrama dharma is samsiddhir haritoshanam. One has to please Lord through his activities. Now, how to categorize? Sometimes people have this, especially in India, still they have like Brahmins, one who is taking birth in Brahmin's family only, he is Brahmin. But this has been completely cleared in Bhagavad Gita also. Krishna says Guna Karma Vibhagacha. This is as per the actions and qualities one having. Accordingly, he can be considered as Brahmin, Kshatriya, Vaishya, and Shudra. And Prabhupada gives very nice example. If a doctor's son will not become doctor until unless he don't prove himself to be a doctor. Very important. An engineer child also has to prove himself that he can become engineer. He has to qualify. He has to take that particular education. He has to take that degree. And then he has to practice also. For a lawyer, for a doctor, he has to practice also under some senior doctor, senior lawyer. So it is Srimad Bhagavatam, there is verse, Yaksya yallakshanam proktam pumsa varnabhivyanjakam yadanyatrapi drishyeta tattenaiva vinindishet. Yallakshanam, yasya yallakshanam proktam. Whatever, one has to see the symptoms, lakshana. If someone is showing symptoms of Brahmins in his activities, in his qualities, then he has to be called as Brahmin. If someone is showing symptoms of a Shudra, then he is Shudra. But right now, if you call someone Shudra, he may get hurt. You don't have to call it, but this is what, how to understand someone. So one has to, if someone is Brahmin, then has to build a character like a Brahmin. Like Ajamil was a Brahmin and is the son of a Brahmin, and he was following rules and regulations, but later when he fall down, then he was not a Brahmin. He was a very sinful man. And Yamraj also, Yamraj Doots, the Yamdutas came there to catch him. So Prabhupada says that Janmana Jayate Shudraha. When one takes birth, he is Shudra. Sanskarat Bhaved Dvija. When there is school guru or a guru, when the Upanayan ceremony in India, there are some people who practice it. Upanayan ceremony, a sacred thread is given. It is called sacred thread ceremony. When this is given and when it's initiated to take admission in Vedic knowledge, that time he becomes Dvija, twice born. Janmana Jayate Shudha Samskarat Bhaved Dvijah. Veda Patanti Vipra. When he starts reciting Vedic scriptures, studying Vedic scriptures, then he becomes Vipra. It is called Vipra. The word is Vipra. And Brahma Janati iti Brahman. Prabhupada says, who is Brahman? But one who understands the goal of all the scriptures and worship that Supreme Lord. He is Brahman. Brahma Janati. One who knows Brahman is Brahman. So accordingly, Kshatriyas also, Vaishyas also, one who has such qualities, he will be qualified to take that position. Like in India, still, if someone don't have a medical degree, but he has learned from his father, especially Ayurveda. There are some Ayurvedic doctors who have never taken degree from any other institute, but they, just by checking the pulse, they can understand the medical history of a person. Okay. And just by some mantras and some herbs, they make that herbs with their own hand. Okay. They make their medicine with their own hand and they chant some mantras on it and they give it. There are some Ayurvedic doctors such. They have never taken any degree from them. And still, they're appreciated. People, visit them and they take advantage and they take benefit. They get benefit from them. Because earlier in Indian culture, there were no surgeries as such like what we have right now. There were surgeries, but they were not frequent surgeries like what we have for small things nowadays. Anything happens, take X-ray. Anything happens, take MRI, and this and that test, different tests. No, earlier such things were not there. Such equipments were not there, definitely. But definitely there were treatments. Okay, you have never heard in any scriptures, it may be Mahabharata, Ramayana, or people are so much suffering from such particular disease and they don't have any medicine for it and people are just dying. You will never find. These are some concocted ideas which are mentioned in modern histories, that in India there was people were so poor that no medical facilities were available, and this, and when Britishers came and they brought hospitals and all that. Prabhupada says that when there are more hospitals in a country, it means there is more problem. Okay, in a healthy atmosphere, why there will be hospitals more? So we don't need hospitals as such. They are not obviously right now we need hospital, but earlier people were not that much in need because many Brahmins were Vaidya, they were medical doctors. So what I want to say is that even today, if such doctors don't have medical certificates, they are not passed out from any college, reputed college, but still they are valued. Similarly, one may not take birth in a Brahmin family. One may not be a certified Brahmin by the society. But if he has qualities of a Brahmin, he will reach the destination of a Brahmin. There is no doubt about it. Similarly, you can apply this in our devotion life. You may not be a great devotee in minds of so many people. You may not be a popular devotee. There are so many popular kathakars who are doing Bhagavad kathas and they are so popular and this and that. But each and everyone will not become popular. There is this example of Kolavechi Sridhar, who was a devotee of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And Chaitanya Mahaprabhu used to do mischief with him many times. He used to say, oh, you are a very rich person. You are just very insecure about your money. That's why you don't show off. You just hiding something. You have a lot of property. So Sridhar used to say, no, I don't have nothing. I don't have it. I'm just selling these banana leaves and earning. That's it. And 50% whatever income comes, and he just give it, he just dedicate it for Ganga Puja. And 25% I guess for devotees. And remaining 25% for him. So such was the standard of Sridhar. And he was not known as pure devotee. He was not known as pure devotee publicly. But later when Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, after taking sannyas and all that, I guess, and when he asked other devotees, bring Sridhar. So all the devotees were searching, where is Sridhar? Where is Sridhar? Who is Sridhar? So then Chaitanya Mahaprabhu say, from wherever you hear, from that particular village, from wherever you hear loud chanting of Hare Krishna mantra, you bring that person, he is Sridhar. So that was his identity, chanting loudly. Okay. So then devotees bring him and Chaitanya Mahaprabhu shows him mercy and gives him darshan of supreme personality of God. So this is what a devotee may not be very popular, the devotee may not be very beautiful, devotee may not be extraordinarily talented or very skillful. But if he has simplicity, if he is really sincere, uh, then definitely he will reach the destination of a devotee. There is no doubt about it. So similarly, Varnashrama Dharma is like this, that you must have qualities. Then only you will be qualified that particular. And this are what we practice is not a normal Varnashrama Dharma. We practice is Daivi Varnashrama Dharma. Our Varnashrama Dharma is for the pleasure of Lord Krishna. If our spiritual master says do this, then we have to do this. Like in the war, in Mahabharat, although Dronacharya was a Brahmin, but he was fighting like a Kshatriya for the pleasure of Duryodhana, because Duryodhana has ordered him to, because they were maintaining Dronacharya. Similarly, when we get order from Lord, okay, we can practice any job. Then we don't see that whether we are Brahmin, Vaidya, Kshatriya or Shudra, because in the whole ashram system, the topmost is a Brahman, okay, in the Varna system. And even among Brahmins, Brahmananam Sahasrebo Kshatraviji Vishishyate. One who performs yagyas, they are best. Among crores of Brahmans, one who performs yagya, among thousands and lakhs of Brahmins, one who performs yagya, he is best. Satrayuji Sahasrebhyo Sarva Vedanta Parangaha. And among thousands and thousands of those Brahmins who know to perform yagyas, one who is well versed with Vedanta scripture, one who has understood the conclusion of all the scriptures, he is considered the best. Sarva Vedanta with Kotya, Vishnu Bhakta Vishishyate. But even among those crores and thousands and lakhs of Brahmins who knows Vedanta, one who is devoted, one who is a devotee of Lord Vishnu, Krishna, he is best. And even among those Vaishnavas, Vaishnavanam Sastreba Ekonti Ekopi Vishishyate. One who is having unflinching faith, fully surrendered to Lord Krishna, he is the best. So the purpose of Varnashrama Dharma is to satisfy Lord Vishnu, Krishna. So we don't have to do a hair split analysis, whether I'm a Brahmin, whether I'm a Kshatriya, whether I'm a Vaishya, whether I'm a Shudra, whether I'm a Brahmachari, whether I'm a Grihastha, whether I'm a Vanaprastha or whether I'm a Sannyasi. Because these all are actually material designations. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu says that Naham Vipra, Nacha Narapatir, Na Vanastho Yatirava, Naham Varni, Nacha Grihapatir, Napi Vaishyo, Na Shudra. Kintu Prodyan Nikhileshu Purnamritabdher Gopi Bharituhu Padakamalayur Dasa Dasano Das. So this is the goal, okay? Don't consider, one should not consider Varnashrama Dharma is our goal. It is our stepping stone, okay? It's the first step. When Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu asked Ramananda Rai, what is the essence of all scriptures? What is the best thing in the scripture, all the scriptures? So Ramananda Rai says that Swadharma Acharata, Varnashrama Dharma, following Varnashrama Dharma is best. And then Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, no, tell me something further. There is something beyond this. Then Ramananda Rai says, Karma Yoga, Yat Karoshi, Yat Ashnasi, Juhosi, Dadati, Yat performing action for Lord. Okay. Although doing material activities, but offering result to Lord. Mahaprabhu says there's something beyond this. What is something beyond this? Aga kahar. Then Ramananda Rai says, Karma Tyaga. Okay. Renouncing everything. Sarva dharmana parityajya mamekam sharanam vraja. Oh, something about this. Then Anya no other desire, only devotion for Lord. Okay, something about this. Then Shantaras, Dasyaras, Sakhyaras, then Madhuryaras. So different levels of realization, but without if someone is just ignoring Varnashrama Dharma and directly want to jump on it, then there is a high possibility of accidents. Earlier, uh, Srila Prabhupada's disciples, many of them were getting married, but even divorce rates were also increasing at the same time. And that's why Prabhupada focused more on Varnashrama Dharma. We cannot just whimsically or we just cannot sentimentally think ourselves very elevated and directly jump onto the higher position. Oh, we don't have to follow any rules and we don't have to this material designation. We are not grihasthas. We are just gopi bhartu. No, no, no. We have to understand our own level first. So gradually things change. So Varnamsha Dharma, if you are grihastha, then you have to follow proper rules and regulations of grihastha. If someone then is like me, I myself is then in Brahmacharya ashram, then we have to follow the rules and regulations of Brahmacharya ashram. If someone is sannyasi, he has to follow. Why? Because if we don't follow, we just try to whimsically behave, then there will be a disturbance in the society. Okay. We have to show an ideal society also, because this is international society of Krishna consciousness. And people who are joining this, even they have to set an example for the general people. So that's why Varnashram Dharma cannot be neglected. But we have to understand Varnashram Dharma itself is not the goal of life. Okay, at the same time. So we have to go further also. But this can be happen only when one is properly executing the rules and prescribed duties of Varnashram Dharma. And that's why in ISKCON we have such system of Varnashram Dharma. Internally we may be absorbed in Krishna consciousness, but externally we should be following Varnashram Dharma. This will create a peaceful society, even in within ISKCON, as well in the whole society also, in the whole world also. So here I again rewind what I have said. This Varnashrama Dharma is created by the system is created by Lord Krishna, and one is considered as Brahman, Kshatriya, Vaishya, Shudra, whatever this like Brahmachari grace, as per the qualities and action he performs. And the main goal of life is to please Lord through our Varnashrama Dharma. So stone, it will make our Krishna consciousness more stronger, more we can become more determined in it, and it will create a peaceful society also. In order to show standard to other people also, we have to follow Varnashram Dharma. But we have to understand at the same time, Varnashram Dharma is not the goal of life. But the goal of life is Krishna consciousness, is to love Krishna, please Krishna. And there are some exceptional cases when there is emergency, when there is emergency situation. That time one may go beyond Varnashram Dharma also. We cannot, it's not necessary to follow all the rules and regulations when there is emergency situation. When there is strict order of a spiritual master, then we have to follow the order of spiritual master. That time we should not say, I'm not this and I'm not that. You cannot give excuses. So Varnashram Dharma helps us in cultivating devotional service and cultivating Krishna consciousness in a more stronger way. But itself, it's not the goal of life. Our goal of life is to please Krishna. Thank you so much. Whatever uh, questions you have, you can ask them. Thank you so much. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Thank you so much for the beautiful class. Very grateful to you, Prabhuji. Thank you for telling us how eating prasadam, tongue is very, very important. Controlling, it's very difficult that only by eating prasadam and varnashrama system, how we should always devote ourselves to Krishna. Thank you so much, Prabhuji, for enlightening us on different details about how we can practice our Krishna consciousness in day-to-day life. Thank you, Prabhuji. I don't have any question. Dear devotees, any questions, any realizations, please raise your hand. Hare Krishna. Is there anybody having any questions or realizations? Okay. I don't think so. Nobody's raising the hand, Prabhuji. I think no one has a questions. Okay, Shivakumar Prabhuji, please go ahead.
Thank you, Mataji. Hare Krishna, Prabhu. Dandavad Pranams, Prabhu.
Pranam,
Prabhu,
Prabhu.
thank you for today's class, Prabhu. Prabhu, just one question I had, Prabhu. When we speak of this Varnashrama Dharma, right, we follow predominantly Bhagavad Gita, and even in Bhagavad Gita, we know the rendition of Srila Prabhupada is Bhakti Yoga, even for the sections where Karma Yoga is discussed and Jnana Yoga is discussed. And having such foundation and outlook and upbringing of spiritual outlook and life based totally on Bhakti Yoga, even for the Karma and Jnana sections of Bhagavad Gita being our foundation of our spiritual life, when we say we still have to conform to Varnashrama Dharma, what do we exactly mean, Prabhu? Can you?
Okay. Thank you. It's a very nice question and very deep question. The Karma Yoga in Bhagavad Gita, Prabhupada linked is with Krishna only. Jnana Yoga also is linking with Krishna. Like karma means action in Krishna consciousness, and Jnana Yoga means knowledge in Krishna consciousness. Dhyan is meditating on Krishna, and Bhakti is Bhakti. Bhakti is all inclusive. Bhakti is acting for Krishna also, hearing about Krishna also, and meditating on Krishna also. So, mat karma kran mat paramo mad bhaktah sanga varjitah nirvairah sarvabhushati yah samameti pandava. Prabhupada, why he has done this is, if you see other acharyas books, commentaries on Bhagavad Gita, like Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur, Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur, or Bande Vidya, I think Srila Bande Vidyabhushan, I guess. You will find Karma Yoga is Karma Yoga there. Okay, he will define in that particular set of in definition also Karma Yoga, what exactly Karma Yoga, he will describe that thing only. But you see Prabhupada's Gita that he is hammering Bhakti Yoga from the chapter 1 itself. Now, why he is doing this? Because repetition will make one he will not go away from the goal then. Because in today's Kali Yuga, people are so distracted. If some other thing is given, no, then they will catch that other thing and they will miss the whole thing. So this Varnashram system, when we speak that we have to practice Varnashram system, and we are practicing. If you see in ISKCON also, we have Brahmachari Ashram, right? We have Grihastha Ashram also, we have Grihastha devotees also. We have even there are some people who Vanaprasthas also. Vanaprastha means they are getting voluntarily, they are retiring from their professional life, and they are practicing Krishna consciousness full time, serving Lord in the temple or in pilgrimage places or in ISKCON farm. Husband wives are there. This is Vanaprastha also happening, and even we have sannyasis also. So in that way, Varnashrama system, the ashram system is already followed, okay, by ISKCON. It is from the day when Prabhupada has established this movement, this is going on. And now when it comes to Varna now, okay. Now this material categorization, I have said it, that this is actually a material classification. It's classification on the occupational basis or professional basis. Now this is very challenging for right now for us. Brahman, Kshatriya, Vaishya, Shudra. So that's why I have said that in Kali Yuga everyone is Shudra. So don't do a hair split analysis whether I have a Kshatriya qualities, whether I have a qualities of Vaishya, whether I have a quality of Brahmins. No. Now we have to be very simple, make it very simple, that whatever spiritual master, my spiritual master, the way he's going to engage me, I'm going to be engaged. So that may be an activity which may be inclined to Vaishya also. Like some devotees are collecting funds for Lord, okay, for building temples. There are some devotees who are businessmen. Grihasthas, they are businessmen, but they are dedicating that money in ISKCON causes. We have such devotees. There are some devotees who are looking after this in ISKCON history. There are some devotees had gun with them. for securing temple premises. And there are some devotees who have Brahminical qualification. They do yajnas, they do Bhagavad Kathas, and they have that particular qualification also. So now we have to we have to make simple that whatever my spiritual master designs designate me any service, that I will accept. I will not do an helpless analysis, or I will not be concerned about what my guna is, what my ashram is. So overall, we are following Varnashrama Dharma, but someone here may not be calling us that you are a Brahman or we are a Kshatriya, we are a Vaishya. Why? Because these are bodily existence. We don't give much importance when it comes to verbally. We don't ever speak in this way that you are Brahman and we Kshatriya, because that is against our culture also. Okay, to speak, consider someone less important or more important. So in that way, Daivi Varnashram Dharma we are following. Our main goal is to solve the purpose of Krishna. Okay, and accordingly, whichever service, whichever category of service, it may be Brahminical service. If I'm qualified, then I can do Brahminical service. There are some devotees who are doing deity worship, even they are grihasthas, but they are doing deity worship in the temples. So they have Brahminical qualifications. Spiritual masters, I order them to do that accordingly. So spiritual master very well know how a devotee should be engaged in which service or which type of service, which varna service. Okay, he knows very well. So one has to take shelter from spiritual master. If he is not able to understand his own taste, then he can take help from spiritual master or senior devotee who is having very good relation with him and he knows him very well. Then he can give a proper advice. Then this slight confusion will be solved then and there itself. So we have to make it very simple. Spiritual master, yasya prasadat bhag. Whatever spiritual master will say, that we will accept as a varna. And when it's going to ashram, we have already the ashram system is there in ISKCON. Okay, thank you so much.
Thank you, Prabhu, for the details. Thank you. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Prabhuji, for that beautiful
Thank
answer.
you.
Hare Krishna, is there anybody having any more realizations or questions for Prabhuji? Okay. I don't see any more raised hand, Prabhuji. I would like to offer my
Hare Krishna,
obeisance to you.
Prabhuji.
Yes,
Hare Krishna,
Shri
Prabhuji. Dandavat Pranam. Please accept my humble
Okay,
obeisance.
Hare Krishna.
Thank you so much, Prabhuji, for the wonderful class and nicely explaining about the Varnashrama Dharma. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much,
Okay, thank
Prabhuji.
you.
I would
Thank
like
you.
to offer my obeisances to you and all the Vaishnavas assembled on the call. Vancha kalpatarubhya
Vancha
kalpasindhubhya
kalpasindhubhya
pavane
patitana
Nrinda Koti Vaishnava Devotee Jai Shri Prabhupada. Please Akhanda Liladhar Prabhuji ki
Jai.
Jai.
Radhe Radhe.
Govinda.
Thank you, Ji.